Good evening to all. Shall we start the session or wait for one more minute? Good evening. Yeah. So let's begin the session. As let me share my screen. Just give me a second. Can you see my screen now? So today's agenda is the career roadmap for BTech students or any engineering students who are studying right now. So let's start with the agenda before going through this session. See what are the expectations that are we have from industry. आपको पता होगा बहुत सारे expectations होता है अलग अलग companies का और हम meet कर पाते नहीं कर पाते. And we know the main importance of DSA, why companies do ask a DSA questions or DSA coding skills. And then we have other aspect like aptitude preparation. So what kind of preparation required for aptitude? And of course, even you are good at coding, the interview is another aspect where you need to perform well. Technical interview preparation required, and you need to build your resume so that it will be easy for selection or shortlist for the roles. Or what kind of projects or internships can help you to grab the jobs. And some people they try for the jobs, but at the same time you might have the interest to go for higher studies. Then what options you have along with your BTech, and then what should be the strategy for your placements then. Okay, so any questions that you have you can always ask in between. Okay. So today's agenda is what the first topic is how the industry is looking for you. So recruiters not just looks at CGPA, or that was olden days, right? Because those who perform well in college, they were considered as the good students or good problem solvers. But these days, getting CGPA is just one aspect, but other aspect is the candidates are evaluated based on various aspects. One is problem solving skills, coding skills, communication skills, projects that you handle, and teamwork, with whether you have capability to handle the teamwork or not, and how you adaptable to the situations, and do you have any awareness related to AI. So this is what you have today in industry. Doesn't matter which stream you are from. These things are compulsory for all the students. And the placements that we have, there is a particular process, but in some places the placements would not have all these rounds. First, anywhere whether it is offline or online, your resume creates impact on selection, and if you have the good skills, then you need to showcase all of them into your resume. Online assessment is the one thing where they can filter out all the students who wanted, right? They can ask the questions as per their demand, and they can include any kind of questions in online assessment. Could be related to programming, could be related to general English, or reasoning or aptitude. And now the actual process starts. The resume and online assessment is just for considering into their main rounds. The main round starts from the coding round. The coding round, if you are having an experience, this could be the first round in most of the companies, right? After looking at your LinkedIn profile, they can directly do it. But now, as you are fresher, most of you are from colleges, they look at your coding round after looking at your resume and online assessment. In coding round, as per your undergraduate student, they may expect the most of the medium level problems you can handle it. So they may not go for really the questions which are from too difficult from dynamic programming, but it is important uh, to solve them, which are really standard. And once the coding round is over, there could be a lot of questions, like one question may take half an hour to 1 hour, depends on what kind of question they ask. And then you have technical interview, then HR interview. So might be you are aware of this process. Almost all companies they do it, correct? So I can't see your chart. Any issue with the chart right now? Let me just check. I'm sorry to see this. I'm seeing your chart right now. Yeah, let me put that. So I think is this fine? Now we'll come to importance of DSA. You know, this is a common point for almost all companies. Why do they ask DSA, right? It is not just like you are a very good coder, it is just to check these are the standards for most of the computer science era students. Even you're not from computer science, why do they ask DSA skills for the software side? The reason is these are the standards for most of the computer science the jobs. And if you wanted to work in software side or IT side, you should know about the arrays, strings, pointers, linked list, tags, queues, trees and graphs, heap, hashing, dynamic programming, and many more in the inside. Like if you have spanning trees, there are many concepts involved inside these topics. And in this, there are three aspects they look at. If you are purely from background of CS, what is the speed of your coding? Are you able to code this in half an hour or 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Then how do you solve the problem? Because solving the problem is one aspect, but that doesn't mean that you should solve the problem. It takes a lot of time. Like the programs are measured with the help of asymptotic notations, you are aware of it, time and space complexities. And if you are taking too much time to go or run the code, then obviously the problem solving strategy has to change. And the confidence in interview, how you present your logical skills and aptitude skills, which is going to be important in the computer science era today, and which is going to add up that AI and other skills which might require in your the domain. How many questions are required for the interview process? Uh, the questions depends on the concept. Normally, there is no strategy like you will be asked for to 10 questions, 20 questions. If you are able to solve the problems If for the coding round, we'll see 2 to 5 questions because each question may take 10 minutes to 1 hour time, and depends on that they will conduct the number of questions. But in terms that there is no limit. They'll keep on driving, they keep on digging as long as you answer them. Correct? Even most of the popular interviews, the interview can go around 1 1.5 hour, 2 hours sometimes, depends on how you are able to handle the situations. They not only just check your knowledge, they'll also check how you are going to handle the pressure when you don't know the question, how you are going to ask for the hints, how you are going to solve that problem by doing step by step mechanism. Okay. And how much DSA should practice? This is a one big question asked by a lot of students. The 2 hours daily is approximately the good strategy. But if you get more time, that's absolutely you are encouraged to do it. But do it the minimum 2 hours daily by analyzing it. DSA practice doesn't mean that coding. Remember that you should have a lot of the things to do it. One, the coding to solve the problem, like 1 or 2 problems you can solve in 40 minutes or 45 minutes. And just solving the problem is not enough. For that, you need to learn properly. So before going for the coding, go with the strategy, right? If you see the problem, then how you solve it, what approaches you have, and which approaches could be better. And after coding, you look at the analysis. Is even before coding, you can do that. You can analyze that code or an algorithm. How much time it takes? Really, is it good algorithm or not? Is there any better algorithm for the to solve the same problem? And then have a proper revision on it, because once you do the mistakes and learn from it, then you need a proper revision on it, so that this will take really 2 hours, 3 hours, depends on how you handle the situations. Got this? So keep a practice of that daily 2 hours minimum, which could give you the exposure on the practice. In coding interviews, if you look at the trees and graphs, one of the most important today, the most of the problems are solved based on the graph techniques, especially when you go for dynamic programming questions. Because dynamic programming questions are possible to solve only those people they are having good techniques with them and they have the patience. Because why dynamic programming is very important, like example Fibonacci sequence, or all pay shortest path, a traveling salesperson problem. Correct? Why these problems are very popular in interviews or coding? Because they will test your skills of the patients. If you have the good patients, then you can solve those problems. Should we focus on DSA in third year? Sorry, if we start DSA from third year, how much time we give for DSA, how many questions needed? See, as I said, right, sometimes the level of questions decides how many you do it. Approximately, I believe 200 to 400 problems, if you are able to solve in third year, it will give you the very good chances in selecting product-based companies. Okay, keep in mind that solve very good questions or very good problems around 200 to 400 somewhere. I can't tell you exact count how many you can do it. That depends on how much time you spend, how many problems you understand, how many problems you analyze it. Got it? So keep doing your best. One day you will get to know how many you can do it at the end of the semester or end of the year. And before the placements, assume that at least 200 problems you are able to solve. Then most of the important concepts will be covered if you are able to touch the 200 good problems. Like some people do is selected good 100 problems. That's also fine. But as you are the student, you really don't have the awareness of which 100 you should do it. So better to go for 200 minimum, so that most of the important aspects of the coding interviews will be covered. Okay. Now, coding interview tips. This is one, even you are good at the coding, but when you come to interviews, you should explain them properly. Like for that, you need to have a systematic strategy. Like I said, understand problem first, don't solve it. Because if you are solving it, the solution could not be the proper, or solution may not be the best. So now understand the problem first, and if you have any doubts, uh, clarify them, because if you don't clarify the requirements, then your solution may not be suitable for the problem, and explain the approach that you have chosen, why it is best, and write the clean code, and don't write lot of lines. Better to write, keep the short, and use a recursion possibly, and use the best techniques to implement, and dry run, and then optimize it if possible, because sometimes the first time when you code it may not be optimized, but later you think that okay, I can change this code to make the optimization. Okay. Yes, yes. When you are publishing a research paper, it does really helps in interview process if related to your domain. Is it clear? And especially if you are from the same domain, what you are preparing for, then in interview they will be spending a lot of time on your paper. They'll ask you what algorithms you have used, what techniques you have used, what tools you have used, and did you implement any new tool. These things are going to be interesting in interview process, right? Who are doing publishing research papers and finding out the new problems and solving them. Of course, new problems are not easy, but adding up the existing problems and innovating some new ideas into existing solutions will give you a lot of the opportunities, right? Yeah, and now let's come to aptitude preparation. Sir, I'm okay with the DSA now. I'm able to answer a lot of interview questions. So, what should be there in the preparation of aptitude? The four topics that you go with the preparation: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, and data preparation, data interpretation. These four topics you may prepare if you are suppose any government exam that you have prepared, or GIT exam or GRE. If you are preparing for such exams, these topics could have been covered. But especially when you're going for the placements, these things are really important for you, right? What kind of project should be on GitHub for backend engineer? Okay, um, Samantha, right? We'll just discuss when it comes to the projects, right? And also list out what are the skills that you have, what kind of projects that you're handling now. Based on that, I can guide you. Okay, if you're not started, let me know that too. Yeah. So when it comes to resume, the few things that you should aware, what should be included, what should be avoided, and remember all the things which you have genuinely acquired, whether it's education, skills, projects, internship, certification, any kind of achievements, keep in resume, but avoid some things, writing the paragraphs like textbooks, what we do, in notes, what we do, and that will not give you good impression because they don't have the patience to read the paragraphs. They want to be highlighted everything on resume, right? So you highlight them, which is important for you, and never keep the fake skills because the interview they may come to your skill any point of time, and do not have any spelling mistake uh, that will identify you are not going to be a good observer, or not going to be good reader, or not going to be good writer. So it could identify a lot of gaps. Okay. So I hope these things are very important for everyone, even including me. If I want to apply for a job, these things should be included, and some of them should be avoided. Yeah. So when it comes to projects and GitHub profile, as I said, right, why these projects are very important in companies. Even you do one project, if it is real-time project and it's very innovative, and your project is going to consider as a showcase for them, and it's not important how many projects you do it. Again, I'm saying it's not important how many projects you do it. It is important how you choose that project, how you handle it, and when it comes to GitHub profile, they will look at your complete activity, how you have uh, coded your or analyzed your project or your modules, because your version history is there always with the GitHub. So when they look at your history, how many times you have committed, how many times you have changed the code, all these things will have been visible to them. So you should see the GitHub as your the replication of your work. So coding activity entirely. If you are working with a team, open source projects or any other modules or projects, and team collaboration is also important. And Again, sometimes you do smaller projects, then better to have the exposure and showcase on GitHub profile. Okay. Now, so when it comes to projects, so the good question was like, what kind of projects should be on GitHub? Right? If you are the backend engineer, let's say you are dealing with a database, or you are dealing with, let's say, system related operating system or Linux kernels or drivers, let's say, and see, every driver is differently handled, right? So if you're working, particularly working on a one driver, then how what work you have done with that, especially driver module. So it's very important. It's no need to do implementation of whole operating system. Obviously, that cannot be done by any single one. When it comes to small driver module also, it impacts what feature you have implemented, how you have modified your code, how what was your approach, because that GitHub will show you exactly the complete monitoring system of your work. Correct? So that's what do what you are intended to, but is it for industry or not? First, look at if you go for the banking or finance, in railway projects or anything, there are standard projects are available. And if you are doing the same thing again and again, which will not reflect your profile, do something which was not there exactly. Like you go for the banking or finance or any existing one, but what else you do on there? Correct? What kind of innovation that you are going to add to them using new AI techniques or new AI machine learning algorithms? Can you do better than existing algorithms? So, which will give you the two things: one, what problem you have chosen; second, how best you have used that algorithm to improve the existing problem. So, these two things are very important. You choose the one which is really interesting and really important for this world. Second, what kind of changes or improvements you have done to the existing one. These two are enough today's projects, and selecting new projects definitely will not take less time, will take a lot of time. You may or may not complete on time before pass out. So choose the project gently and implement even one small concept which will give you the reflection in your interviews and coding. Okay. So I'm very pretty sure like technical interview questions are mainly based on few topics that you study from the undergraduate. If you are from computer science background, right, and you are applying for the IT domain, right, now here the most of the people think that programming is only the one option, but is it really? No, right? The programming is the first aspect that you should have it. At the same time, a good programmer always have the knowledge of the other subjects which are needed for the computer science era. Example, if you do not aware of the operating systems, your program may not be handled on the systems properly. The reason could be like your code is actually translated to the machine code. The translated machine code is a lot of time on the system, even though algorithm computes different complexity, but the system also have the different aspect of looking at the computation time. Example, there are some things you do using multiplication and addition. The multiplication is so costly on the system, so you can convert that into addition, because system is going to take a lot of time for the multiplication. So if that is possible with the addition, you change in high level. So if you have the knowledge of operating systems, you can do this. In database, so how you store the data and organize and retrieve, all these things are going to help for you. And DBMS, they may ask for normalization, they may ask for transactions, they may ask for queries, especially SQL, that you have special topic here. Complete networks is one of the important way to go for like SBI banking IT officer jobs, or when you go for the networking domain. Today, cloud computing. These things are really needed complete networks knowledge. Right? Object-oriented programming skills really helps you in most of the programming language today, like Java, Python, C++, in most of them. And as I said, SQL is the part of database related concepts. So learn SQL for the interview preparation. And system design, especially for the product companies, where they may ask you, especially how you deal with the skills. Right. Now, Sometimes you might have the choice, like, why should I go for the job now? Job is, if after waiting, if you go for the job, what happens? Like, you might get less package, and if you are not considered in good team, then to switch to other team or switch to higher positions will take time if you don't have the knowledge. Correct. So in undergraduate, like in your BTech, you have the best option for your career. Like those who go for MTech or MS research, MBA, definitely they get a lot of good opportunities. As you know, when you study more, you will get more knowledge. When you get more knowledge, you can work better. So, if anybody considered right now, I need more knowledge in BTech, so blindly don't go for the jobs in placements. The reason is, after getting the job, also so many people are waiting for the joining letter, and so many people are fired from the companies because of lack of knowledge. They are not able to upgrade. So you take the choice. If you want to be strong, you want to stable your job for life, and you want to be secure, then definitely go for higher educations. And some people chooses the government jobs, right? Some people chooses going abroad for MS or MBA, other programs. Yes, good question. How a person, a student, prepare GATE along with the academics? Okay. Other question, Samantha. Java Spring, both microservices, and so on. So, what can I do to upskill myself? Yes, if you want to upskill, Samantha, Geeks for Geeks is the one of the best platforms that you have. We are, shaping and shape a lot of aspirants who actually sit for the placements, including GATE. Right now, if you look at the GFG courses in self-paced mode, a lot of courses are there to change your what aspect you can learn from the GFG courses to do the best. Yeah. Which subject should students prioritize to maximize their GATE score? Okay. See, GATE score you can maximize only when you have the knowledge. You have not studied the subjects and you want to maximize the score, impossible in GATE. And first, you complete the whole syllabus, then we can guide you well which subjects, which topics will give you the best score. Subject will never give you the best score. Remember, the concept is important here. Whether you go for the placements or GATE exam, the concepts will create the knowledge. So some of the concepts will have the high weightage in GATE exam. Those concepts will maximize your GATE score, not the subjects at all. That's why some people leave the subjects two or three, and that will impact the whole GATE exam too. Yeah, I'll give you the guidance of Manish. Especially product-based companies, what do they want? They want you to become a real good problem solver, right or not? If you want to become a real good problem solver, think on today's projects. Like go to every goat organization, sorry, every goat the website. Look at what are the innovative projects they are handling. Correct. Involved in them, or if you go for Google open source projects, they are really working on the current trend problems, and which will give you an idea of the projects, right? You don't create, you don't think on your own the new things because you don't have the experience, you don't have the awareness. Then look at news like today's what everybody working on. Correct. There are hundreds of problems, hundreds of areas are there, like energy systems, like solar especially, and automation side, automobiles. Correct or not? All these things are today's real world problems, and every day they are upgrading one to one. So you think on it like satellite related projects, and everybody requires the certain skills to participate in it. So look at, do you need a Python or not? Do you need AIML skills or not? Do you need any other operating system skills or not, like Linux programming or Unix programming, something like that. So, which is really important to choose the right project or right area. I feel there are a lot of areas you can go through it once before choosing, and look at where is your interest. Okay. So now, when it comes to gate preparation, like how you prepare gate along with the BTech. So if you ask me, I'm the one where I have prepared gate along with the BTech. So during my time, I did my BTech just in 5 months. In that 2.5 months, in 3-1, I completed my syllabus because every day I used to study 10 to 14 hours. That's guaranteed in most of the times. So 2.5 months I have completed my syllabus in 3-1. 3-2 I went for the practice. Like I forgot almost everything that I have studied, but good thing I did is I have written everything on notes. Now, using my notes, I did not take much time to revise and practice. So now my job is to practice before the gate exam. I did that exactly. I got 210, and in final year with less effort also I got 119. So if you want to manage it, then there are two things that you utilize the time. Right. Aditya, just go through LinkedIn. Any opportunities that you have can apply it. Directly may not be possible to get because there are hundreds, thousands of students. They might be applying for internships. Correct. So if you know any student monthly from your college, or you can have a student monthly if you are in your college GFG is not associated. You can request GFG to have the collaboration with your college, so you can become a student monthly, so that you will be doing internship along with your student monthly role. So can get an opportunity for that. Okay. So during BTech, the preparation should be like if you have the attendance requirement. So during the college, you cannot do much work. Maybe you can revise in the breaks. But before and after, there are two things. Before and after, you can manage the time to start your gate preparation. And I have seen a lot of people who are in BTech. They prepare for GATE, they go to the college, and they also does internship or they are doing the project. It's all important how you manage the time. It's not important how many things you do it. Many says that, like, sir, I'm having a lot of work. Then do it systematically. No? When you do it systematically, a lot of work can be completed. If you are worried, the time is going to pass, but you are not doing any work, which will impact your work. Correct? Did you complain anyone like, sir, I am preparing 6 subjects in semester? You do it systematically every day by planning because every day you don't prepare 6 subjects, right? So you plan in a week or in a month, like the colleges, they plan your schedule and they'll complete your 6 subject syllabus. In the same way, when you want to do 10 things, you can plan well. Like you can prepare for GRE, you can prepare for GATE, you can prepare for your GATE, BTech subjects, you can prepare for placements, you can do project, but systematically. When, what to do, that you should plan well. Of course, doing every day is not possible. If I ask you, are you preparing every day your subject? No. Are you coding every day? No. Are you doing project every day? No. That means you can plan your task in a proper manner so that you can excel in every field. But I don't want you to go for many fields. Just choose one or two the fields like gate exam or jobs or both of them for your career side. So that those who prepare for the gate, they always do best in their placements, and that is how you can secure your best job. And gate preparation is not just for IT jobs. You can get a job directly just after the BTech in PSUs, and that too with 15, 20, 30 lakhs package. And that's really a very difficult task in your BTech to get in IT domain, right? And you can get directly jobs in state and central government organizations, like power corporations, and many organizations are there. You may apply for them with the GATE score. And MTech in IITs, IS Bangalore, and NITs, including triple IITs, you can get an admission. And also, you can do dual degrees like MTech plus PhD. And some research, MTech research, MS research, also available in IITs. So you can also apply for them. And if you are considering your future is teaching, then going to the MTech is the best option for you. And you get a scholarship, even if it's qualified, you did not go to the best institute or PSUs, you can join in the state government colleges when private colleges, then you get a scholarship to do your masters. Okay, there's a one advantage you write in the GATE score, and the GATE score has a 3 years validity. That's a one more advantage for you. If you get a GATE rank now, you don't need to decide next 2 years. You do 1 year job after final year, then decide which is the best job or GATE. If you are in dilemma, As we are from IITs, I did my intake from IIT Bombay. I know what exactly GATE will help you and what career can you can make a roadmap. Okay, and this is what I say: don't prepare only to get a job. Prepare to become the best engineer who can solve the real world problems in any direction, which can give you the future basically. And if anybody not aware, like what Geeks for Geeks offers, right? So Geeks for Geeks, I'll show you that Geeks for Geeks has the online, offline, both gate classes, but offline is in Hyderabad, and online you can take for CS and DA as well as EC electrical, and we have the special PSU batches as well as test series. And anybody not aware here, I can tell you here. So let me show you one thing in case if you are new to this GFG platform. You can see my screen now, right? Can you see my screen? Yeah. So if I look at Geeks for Geeks, as you see, there are a lot of courses. If you want to prepare for DSA placements, right? So you have the specially designed courses here. You can see that courses. Yeah. So the various courses that you see for your placement preparation and data analytics, data science and development side, cloud, DevOps, programming languages, MongoDB, and many more. And gate side, if you want, so CSIT you have the regular batches and DA, and in CSIT also you have a recorded classes. Like if you're not able to attend live classes, you can go with self-paced. And similarly, both if you want to prepare CS and DA, because GATE you have two papers eligibility. Because sometimes if you don't qualify one, you can qualify other so that you will get an opportunity maximum. So offline classes are there for both 2027 and 2028 GATE, and PSC batches also some of the exams through BTech you can apply it. BSNL, AP, Genco, RSSB, Coal India, and EC Electrical also we have the batches both live and recorded. And test series always we have for various the opportunities that you can avail from the what the GFG. In case if you have any doubt, you're always welcome to ask. Okay. Yes, you're always having a discount. Maybe you can see right now you have the 40% discount that is available for those students who are actually wanted to join GFG for the gate. Another course also will have, you can interact, like if you are not aware, you see that just you can discuss well with the counselors. They will always help you. If you go for here, there is a button, right? There is a mobile number like 08069289001. You can call them and you can talk to them. They will always help you. Okay, for any discount, yes, definitely you have the best discount. Even DSA course also you may get a discount. Safest score to get to crack the gate. To crack the gate, safest score is marks basically. 30 marks is the general qualified in general, but 27 to 30 marks will be the range in general happens. See, when you are preparing for the gate, indirectly it will push the placements. Only the thing is you need to manage the time because gate has around 12 to 13 subjects. In that, you have a DSA, you have the programming, you have the mathematics, you have the operating system, you have the DBMS. That means the entire push which needed for your placements comes from the gate. Only one thing you have to do is the coding skills because the coding skills we don't need for the gate, but you need problem solving skills. So it will prepare your the base for the placements. Most of the students they are not aware preparing gate and placements they are different. No, those who prepare for the gate it will really push the placements like anything because they are going to become the good coders and they will crack the good placements in the companies. You know, from your college, offline or online. So remember that gate always boosts your placements. It's not separate, but always gives you other opportunities rather than your placements. In your college, if you don't get a good job, then still you have an option to go for the good jobs with the gate. So that's the advantage because The things which you have not done in 4 years in BTech, you can do in 6 months or 5 months with the GATE preparation. GATE is just selected subjects from your BTech to make you strong in your field. So it will give you the boost or push for your field. Okay. Any other doubts? I'm very happy to take if you have any doubts. Thank you so much for joining. Any questions? You have more? I can. So where are you from? All like you might be from different places in India, right? 4 years because you have limited time, right? See, that's what. In final year, have the one task. Do not go with the two tasks. In third year, you can go with the two tasks like gate and placements. But in final year, because of limited time, as you know, if you are going with the two tasks, both of them are in trouble. Yes or no? You can't give more time for the placements, you can't give more time for the gate. So what you do is, if you're already prepared in third year, you can balance it. You are doing first time, then do one effectively so that at least you can do one. Suppose you are not able to do, maybe your college is not giving the good placements, then after the BTech you can take 1 year gate coaching, then you can go for the higher educations like MTech. In final year, there are many people also preparing for GATE if they are having awareness. If you're not, if you are, that's interest always matters. If your primary goal is job, then don't prepare for the GATE at this moment if you are having only 3 4 months time. But right now you have 7 months of time. You can balance still college, GATE, placement. But when it comes to August, September, many people do the mistake. You know what people does that time? At that time, they start gate preparation. When you are in August, September, you have only 4 5 months of the time, or 6 months max, 5 months, as in that. Then August, September, October, November, December, January, 6 months time is sufficient, but you will not give the whole time for the gate. So when it comes to September, you are in panic like how to complete the syllabus. So take your decision by consulting experts, because don't blindly take the suggestions from those who did not prove at all. You are taking the suggestion from your friends, they can give you anything because they also don't know like you. Okay. Yeah. Extra skills, see, few things: mathematically good at aptitude, English, and DSA skills. It can give you the best. Mathematics, aptitude, communication, and then DSA skills. Always keeps you on the top. Internships, I told you, right? Whenever we have the internship opportunities, we post on LinkedIn. Second, directly you can approach the GFG. You have the number, right? You can associate. You can request your college HOD or DIN to associate with the Geeks for Geeks. You will get an opportunity to collaborate or associate with as a student monthly, and you can work as an intern. There's so many interns we are having right now from various colleges. So if your college is not associated as a collaboration with the GFG, you can do that by taking initiative. If you go for LinkedIn, let me show you how the people. Yeah, Ansha, I'm going to come. Just let me share my screen. So I'm sharing it. So I have to see my LinkedIn. Is it logged in or not? I'm very sorry. I should choose other one. So you can see the LinkedIn, right? This is my profile. If anybody want to connect with me, yes, you can do it. So this is my profile. And in case if you want to associate with GFG, right? Uh, Geeks for Geeks internships, or you will get a lot of posts which suggest you to apply. Post basically go for it. And now you can see. You can directly do a mail to HR because you got a contact, right? You can see Geekster is hiring, graduates for internship. And did you see this post, everyone? Just have a mail, shoot the mail from your side to have an opportunities. You have the connection. Yes, everybody understood now. Like every time this is posted one day ago, right? So you can go back. You will see, open to internships. Some student has, right, actually applying from the so and so college. You can see from gigs for gigs, we have 2 to 3 internships if you have a CGPA. Right, we have a lot of requirements. One thing that you should do is, you know, go to LinkedIn and please do that. Okay, you understood, right? Which subject should students prioritize to maximize their good GATE score? As I said, don't prioritize. First, prepare every subject equally, and later prioritize to practice, not to prepare. These are the two mistakes we do. Complete your syllabus in 5 months, possible, and in the last 2 months, practice more where you have the high weightage. Like in matrices, in mathematics, linear algebra, in mathematics, probability, in discrete mathematics, graph theory, right? In C programming, recursion, in data structures, trees, in algorithms, asymptotic notations, and divide and conquer, as well as dynamic programming, TOC, regular expressions and regular languages, compiler design, syntax analysis, operating system, you have the semaphores and paging and CPU scheduling algorithms, right? Every subject has the some topics which are having the maximum, chance of getting good marks. Got it? For the 7 months, start away right now and daily stick to the 2 or 3 subjects. Don't go with the 4 subjects. Even there are live sessions are going on. Daily maximum 3 subjects, minimum 2 subjects. Because if you are college going, if you are having the hectic schedule in the college, then morning one subject, evening one subject, you can cope up. And when it comes to holidays and weekends, you plan for other subjects to complete. And regularly do revision and practice. That's the more important. So by the November or December, you complete the syllabus, and at the same time, all holidays and all weekends, utilize them properly for practice more and completion. And then by January, you should be ready with for the top mock test. So if you are able to perform well in mock test, that will reflect your the gate exam too. Right. If you don't perform well in mock test, that could be the reason you did not practice and revise from the beginning. So always keep one point in mind, that is, after completing the subjects that you do, let's say next 40 days you complete 3 subjects or 2 subjects. Then these 2 subjects should be carried till the January and February, so that you will not have any problem during exam. Okay. So even somebody not aware of our YouTube channel, let me show you how you should access to our YouTube channel to get all this guidance. Your questions are already answered by us. Okay, you go to YouTube and visit GFG. So this is GFG. Like we also take the mock interviews. You go to the in GFG you have the shorts to understand various tips from us, right? And also you have the live sessions regularly, like subject, how to prepare computer science subjects effectively for GATE, and also 80 by 20 rule that can change your GATE rank, and what happens if your score in GATE 30 marks, 50 marks, or 70 or 90, and GATE preparation with college. See, these things, all the doubts what you're asking right now, are there in the video form, correct or not? So you can utilize our channel platform to excel in the GATE. It depends on domain, Gopal. Depends on your interest. Every domain there are hiring, but also your skills are matter. Your skills matters. Everywhere hiring is there, and also also they're shortening their team because of earlier what was happening. If they are having 100 team members, Now maybe 5 to 10 team members are able to handle the same task, but they need it. It's not like that we are completely away from that company. No, in every company they are shortening the team, and they are training as per the trend, and they are doing their job. Is that clear? Don't assume that they don't have the job. Yes, jobs are there, but limited the uh, because of the knowledge that AI skills or machine learning skills. Yes, placements because of that, as I said, right? Earlier, the company is recruiting like 1,000 students from the one university, but now happening 100 also very difficult. Correct? That is the same thing. The projects that we are handling now, no need the bigger teams, because of the smaller teams also we are able to handle it. But now we need to expose a lot of good projects and good problems so that the teams can be increased. Not the team strength, but teams can be increased. Okay. So if you are having innovative ideas or innovative thought process, then you can do. That's why many people are who are actually preparing for placements earlier. Now they are coming towards GATE or other exams, GOAT exams. Right? Now they are having the good opportunities rather than the placements. And more than 50% of the students who are passing out, they are coming to the competitive exams now because they are having the better future than other things. Because you don't have that many opportunities in the world that you are looking for. You do whatever. If you are in the top 10 or in the top list, then only you are going to be selected. So it always matters what are the skills that you have, right? Any other doubts that you have? And anybody want to prepare like first 1 week you want to prepare, go to playlist and check how we teach basically, right? We have Abdul Bari sir for teaching C programming, and the lot of faculties we are teaching multiple subjects here will help you to understand. Correct. So all this playlist will help you for preparing, getting. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good one. For DSA, Java is really good one. Even C, C++, Java, all of them will give you good insight. But Java is considered the best these days. Those who want AI ML skills, Python with data structure is good. Those who want to become work in product based companies, Java with DSA is good. Those who want to go for the system side like Intel, Qualcomm, AMD, this side, then they need a C or C++ with DSA. Everyone, the aspect is very important. Are you applying for the AI ML related the career? Then you need Python with these. But if you're applying for product based like Amazon, Google, kind of thing, then Java with DSA good. But the product in that product, there are system related engineers like Intel. Also, we have, right, the low level programming language they use. They work closely with the hardware. So there you need C, C++ with the data structures. So your aspect is also important. Which side you are looking for? If you are targeting for an Intel, then C++, Python are best, even for NVIDIA. Okay. Yeah. So you're always welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn. Any doubts? Maybe time may not be sufficient to take all the doubts if you have. right? Still, I'm there on LinkedIn. You can connect with me. All right. No, I'm in Hyderabad now. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? To get into MNC, what kind of questions that you are solving? It's not how many. Always important are now how many different concepts that you are learning day by day. Select 100 to 200 the best questions based on the industry perspective. There are a lot of questions are available, and filter them, train them. You can use LLMs to train yourself, and the best 100 to 200 questions to train yourself. Right? Sometimes one project could be sufficient to select you. Remember, putting 10 projects will not judge your skills. Right? The quality of your work decides your skills. Always remember, the quality is more important than quantity. Your resume, just half of the page is also enough sometimes if it has the highlighting skills. Right? Gentle, you need to choose all of them gently. If you really done very good projects, then you can add all of them, no issue. But when you have the question like how many things to add one or two things which really you put an effort. And always remember, do not expect your job without acquiring the skills. Many does that. Sir, I want a job, but no skills. I want to crack the gate, but no preparation. I want to go abroad, but no money. These things cannot help you. Correct? You always make a roadmap to achieve it. These days, college, CGPA, and what are the projects that you have done? Mostly that's it. Which college you are from, what is the CGPA, and then what projects you have done. The projects will highlight you how much effort you have given, and the projects also help them what skills you have. Like, do you have a DSA skills or not? Did you apply or not in that project? Have you done just like that? The project will actually showcase your impression. Everyone, many people think that a project means just for the sake of submission in college we do it. If you do that, your shortlist, your resume will not highlight. Do a project that should showcase your all the maximum skills in it, and when you go to anywhere, you are there to present it because your skills are there in the project. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for joining today, and in case any kind of queries that you have, you can ask me and you can connect with me on LinkedIn, as I've shown my profile too. See, all the best for your future, and I want you to become the best in your field and best in your future career. Okay. In future, anytime you will need my help, I'm there to guide you. Right, anytime. And I hope you will do best in your career. Okay, all the best. Thanks so much. If you're anywhere nearby Hyderabad, you can meet me at Dilsunagar. I'm running offline gate center, right? So you can personally meet me too. Thank you so much.